like that. Woo! What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull-Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, a.k.a. B Jizzle.
Hey, man, and it's your co-host that does it the most. It's your boy, Rick Masters, the disaster. You already know what it is. At Rick Masters 23 on Instagram. Rick Masters everywhere else. Hey, BJ got the shirt on. I'm washing mine. But you already know the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast shirts, the red, the black, the white tanks, the hoodies, the sweaters. People, we got them. Just hit us up in our DMs. You see the Cash App ticker down there, $ BJ Matthews, if you want to contribute to the show. Also, we affiliated with YouTube people, so you already know if you want to leave some money in there on the comments, go ahead, leave it in the box. We appreciate you, everybody who shows up. We know we appreciate the love, but B Jizzle, back to you.
Like my man said, go into our Cash App, $ BJ Matthews, $ BJ Matthews, or into our chat right there on the bottom right-hand corner. You can donate that way by hitting that messenger button. Donate as you please, and go and get your shirts, red, black, and white. It's getting cold out there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Tage, who's about to be getting her shirt this week, right? So she got a shirt coming. My man Dallas Sports, you know what I'm saying? He got the Boston Celtics already, you know, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. We got a great show for y'all today, man. We got a very high-impact show, so make sure y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? And also comment. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shy. Y'all been here long enough. Rick, Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics had some interesting comments about him and his teammate Jayson Tatum. And he feels like they're the best duo in the NBA. He feels like they're the best wing duo, two-way duo in the NBA. There's so many great duos we'll get into after this short video. But I want y'all to watch a little short snippet of what NBA Hall of Famers Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce had to say about these two, about Jayson Brown and Jaylen Tatum's comments. I want y'all to, stick around for about a minute and 15 seconds of this video. So here we go.
We got to put some fucking respect on Jaylen Brown's name, man. Tatum sat, man, Jay Brown, I get it. You get to drive the bus, ain't nobody here, but man, it ain't no better duo in the league right now than them two.
Jayson Tatum is playing like the MVP of the league.
It's his time.
Jaylen Brown is playing like he's all NBA.
It's his time.
I mean, we know he'll be in the All-Star game, like you said. I said it after I seen them. I'm telling you, after I seen them in opening night, one game in, I said this is the best duel in the league. I said that.
What'd you see?
I just see how they both played on both ends of the ball, and I was like, ain't nobody capable of doing, two players in the league capable of doing on both sides of the ball what they capable of, because they not only can lock you down, they can give you 30 on any given night, and they got length.
Mm-hmm.
They both 6'8", 6'9". They can guard multiple positions.
So that was a little snippet of Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, bro. It's a little snippet of the Boston Celtics won a championship back in 2008. They spoke on the subject of Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum. They believe they're the best two-way duo in the NBA because what they bring on both sides of the ball. Now, let me hear what your comments is opening up about those comments. How do you feel about it when you heard Jaylen Brown say that?
Well, obviously, man, I'm not gonna disagree with what was said by those two Hall of Famers. They obviously know NBA basketball. They know what they're talking about. So I'm not really gonna push back too much. So it's what I'm basically trying to say is it's subjective, opinionated, thoughts, right? Like they looked at him. Paul Pierce said, "Hey, when I saw it, both sides of the ball, they can give you 30 any given night. They could, they play defense on both, so both ends of the court, they're active, right? And so in that essence, right, and what they're saying, I get what they're saying. But also what helps Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum is also their 21-6 record right now. Because here's the thing, you can be two good, wing players, but then your record sucks. So does it really matter, right? So with their record 21-6 and with them playing phenomenal basketball, I agree with Paul Pierce. In any given night, these boys can drop a heavy load on you if you're not careful. I can see why he would look at it and be like, they're the best duo. But my only thing is, will they show us this year? They got to the finals last year. Okay, they got beat by the Warriors. All right. And then the Warriors beat them again last night. And the only thing, this is what I mean, I'm going to push back a little bit. If you're the best, then you have to beat the best, right? It's hard. I'm traditional basketball. It's like if I want to be the best, then I have to beat the guy at the top. I won't consider myself the best until I become the best, right? So are they playing phenomenal basketball last season and this season? Absolutely. But can they close it? That's the question. Can they close it? Can they get back to the finals this year and actually close it out to solidify them as the best wing players? Because here's the thing. If we think about, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, I think that's a tough match. If we think about the Bulls, you know what I'm saying? I think that whole team, honestly, their system is just phenomenal. I got to say that. When you think about the Pelicans, right? So you got Ingram, you got Zion, you got McCollum, right? Okay, there's so many different teams with these duos that really up for grabs can be considered in somebody's mind the best wing duos, right? Like it's very subjective. But I'm not mad at Paul Pierce or Kevin Garnett saying that, right now I think Tatum and Brown are the best based off their opinions. I'm not mad at that at all. But my only little pushback is, BJ, can they solidify it? Can they solidify it with a title? Because when they played against the Warriors last night and also in the finals, it like the Warriors got their ticket, man. The Warriors know how to get to them. And you can't be the best if you can't beat the best. Because technically, the reigning champs, right? You got Curry, you got Thompson. I mean, they won a championship and they killed you last night. That's all I got to say.
Right. Good opening statement. So first off, I'm glad you said that, bro. You distinguish between best and playing well. You just spit on the money. To be the best, you have to beat the best. Now, of course, this season, the Boston Celtics are number one in the Eastern Conference at 21-6, losing to the Golden State Warriors last night. And we talked about this before the show. I think the Warriors have Jayson Tatum's number. And we talk about some teams just have your number as players. There's always that one kryptonite, right? And I think Jayson Tatum's kryptonite is the Warriors. Jaylen Brown showed out. He doesn't seem to have a problem against them, but that's, Jayson Tatum's kryptonite. But like you said, if we go around the league, there's so many other great duos. You got Kawhi and PG right now. They're struggling as far as, being the top team. They're 15 and 13 right now in the West. Kawhi, of course, playing his back-to-backs, just starting to get back into rhythm. So we'll see how that happens throughout the rest of the season. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton just coming back on the team, but the Bucks are 19-6 right now. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the Miami Heat from last year, even though they made to the conference finals and they had Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, they're 12-15, right? So they're going to still be something to say about them. Jimmy Butler, you know how competitive he is. You look at the Western Conference, you got the Pelicans who are the top seed in the West at 17-8. Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson are going to be an issue this season. They are very confident. They're healthy. They got their big dogs back, and I think they're at a point in their career where they truly believe they can come out the Western Conference. Going through what they went through last year against the Phoenix Suns, they feel like that made them more and more better, and I think they'll be using that as motivation. People want to say LeBron, AD, okay, I guess you can say because of just respect, but I don't even put them as a top 5 wing duo right now because their record is just too bad. They're 13 in the Western Conference, 10-15. So I can't put those two in that company at this point. But if you exclude them, there's so many other great wing duos, bro. Now, focusing on Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum. Let's first distinguish wing duos as far as two ways. Does Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, are they the primary wing duo as far as both ways of the ball? I would say right now, yes. With Kawhi coming back from injury, now you know how I'm gonna say Kawhi and PG weren't healthy, but we gotta see Kawhi come back and do what we know Kawhi can do. So right now, I'm gonna give the edge to Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum. Now, what's funny is they play actually on tomorrow night, so that's gonna be a great game. The Boston Celtics and the Clippers, so that'll be a great game to watch. Um, they basically are the epitome of averaging 20 plus points per game, as well as playing very very good defense. Right, we seen that in the playoffs against the Celtics, against the Brooklyn Nets last year. We saw that against the Miami Heat last year. We're seeing it now this year that they are able to play both ways of the ball. So I think Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett's comments were well warranted that they are playing well, but I think our only point is that they have to do this in the finals. They have to, in order to be a best wing, do it. You can't have teams that are shutting you down like that. You can have a team that can, give you some issues, but I think what did Jayson Tatum score last night?
18.
18 points. So you know his field goal percentage?
His field goal was 6 and 21. So was
Come on, man.
6 and 21. Yeah.
See, and that's my whole
2 out of 9 on threes.
So that was my whole issue with. See, my thing with Tatum is this: he's had too many games when he shot that poor from the field. I mean, Tatum is at the point where people, I think, trying to give him the MVP. They're trying to give him, put him in the face of the league. But he has performances like this would make you having to, draw back, right? And if he's not scoring the ball, okay, are you affecting the game in other ways? Like, you have to make your impact known. And then when I see you lose to the Warriors the way you lost the Warriors last night, I'm like, okay, is he ready yet? Is he ready to take that title yet? But let me give it back to you, bro. You can expound on that. Like, talk about some of the other duos, or what did you have to say about the comments I said?
Well, with the comments you said with Tatum, let's dial back on him. So 6 for 21 on field goal, 2 for 9 on threes, and this is last night against the Warriors. 4 for 7 on free throws, 1 offensive rebound, 6 defensive rebounds, and then of course 2 assists, 3 steals. So that defense portion does play a role, right? They play both sides of the ball. So 3 steals is not an easy task on NBA level. That's actually really good. Let's see, 1 block, not too bad, 2 turnovers, and then he has a negative 13 and a plus minus. So he's actually hurting the team when he's on the court. And 18 points. Now, if we look at Jaylen Brown, he's 13 for 23 in field goals, so above 50%. And then he's 3 for 9, so 3-pointers, not so good. 2 for 2 on free throws, 1 offensive rebound, 8 defensive rebounds, so 9 rebounds in total, 3 assists, 1 steal. So again, it proves to show that they do play both sides of the ball. Steals are not easy. I try to tell people that in the NBA level. 2 turnovers, negative 9 on plus minus, and he had 31 points. So in a sense, both of the star wing players against the Warriors, I'm going to be very clear and I'm going to be very fair, because I feel like the Warriors just have their number when they play them. But they are in the negative on the plus minus, meaning that for everybody who doesn't understand that, plus minus means you actually hurt the team when you're in those negatives, right? So basically, when you're on the floor, what is it, negative 13 for Tatum? I mean, the other team is up by 13 points when you're on the floor. Jaylen Brown, the team is up by 9 points when he's on the floor. So against that team, let me be very clear. I want to say overall, against that team, the Warriors. So I don't want to look at this one game to everybody listening and saying this is them. By no means. They're 21-6 for a reason. They've been playing phenomenal basketball this season. But in order for you to use the title best, you have to beat the people who beat you in the finals. Are they playing phenomenal basketball? Again, yes, their record shows that. Like I said, different games, they dropping 30, they playing ball. But in order to be the best, you have to beat the best. And the people who are the best right now are the reigning champs, the Warriors, and they just beat you again, right? So are they having a wonderful year like last year? Absolutely. It's just that me subjectively, I can't give you that best title until you solidify it. But I'm not mad at anybody who wants to use that with them, because it's all subjective. Now, jump into another team, BJ. I'm looking at the Pelicans. All right. That Ingram, that Zion, and that McCollum, bruh, they not playing. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Pelicans. All right. They is sleeping on them. And so what you got to say about that, B Jizzle? What are your thoughts on the Pelicans real quick?
I had put this team as my dark horse this year. This is the team to me that gives the Clippers the most issues. I think they're going to be the team that if we face in the playoffs, we're going to have the most trouble with, because they have guys on that team who can, exploit that paint. They got Zion, they got Valanciunas, they got Brandon Ingram, they got, some size in that paint, and they got, toughness, and they got a great coach in Willie Green, who I think is going to actually have them prepared. Now, do I think they'll beat us? I don't think if pretty much all, which I'm pretty sure will, come to pass, everybody's gonna be back in sync, everybody will be ready. I think the Clippers will win, but that's gonna be a hell of a series, because you're talking about a team that's young, who's hungry, who has some veteran leadership with CJ McCollum, who has toughness, who's well coached. I think they're gonna be a problem. I love Brandon Ingram, bro. I love his game. Very, very polished. 6'10", can pull up and shoot over anybody. Lanky, kind of like KD. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he's Kevin Durant, but he does have similarities to him as far as his size and his, his build, his shooting ability, his handle. I love his game. Zion Williamson is just a brute force player going to the basket. If he gets, within 5 to 8 feet, it's pretty much a layup or a dunk. It's pretty much a layup or a dunk, or it's a little bit of a little hook shot. Like, you're not stopping that. Mm-hmm. So him and B.I. complement each other. You got Zion Williamson, who's the, the nuts and the bolts, and you got Brandon Ingram, who's kind of like the pretty handle skill guy. So they complement each other very well. So I'm actually very, very big fans of those two.
Hey, shout out to Tay. Shout out to Tay for the $20. I see you. And then Dominique Brown, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown are the best wing duo, followed by Kawhi and Paul George, then Zion and Brandon Ingram. I don't have an issue with that statement. Dominique Brown, BJ, they laughed at me on the panel when I said the Pelicans would be nice and Zion would be a top 5 player. Hey, they was laughing at me too, Dominique.
We both said that, bro.
We told him that. And then Dallas Sports, I was sleeping on it. Okay, so pretty much, yeah. So, we said that, I think, before even the season started. I think somebody, I forgot who it was, so I ain't going to say no names, but somebody called me out on the panel one time. They were like, man, you just too hyped for Zion. And I'm like, bro, if you watch basketball, this dude going to be nasty.
Right.
You can't stop him. Like, he's a baby Shaq.
Right.
He's insane. And then you got Ingram and McCollum doing it's just like, what you supposed to do? And then, hold on. Matter of fact, let's get into it. So, Zion Williamson is averaging 24.5 points right now. Ingram is averaging 20.8. And McCollum is averaging 17 points. You basically got 3 people averaging 20 points this season. And we're not talking about that. Like, that's dangerous. That's looking like the Spurs back in the day when they had their guys. You got 3.
Everyone get the likes up. Everybody hit that like button. My bad, Rick. Everybody hit the like button in the live, man.
And then, hold up. Then you got, I can't say his last name, but Valanciunas. Yeah. 13.4 points this season. Murphy, the third, 13 points. Jones, 10 points. Alvarado, 10 points. And the rest of their team is below 10. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players on that roster that are averaging double digits this season. Man, that team looking nasty, BJ. So I want to ask you this. What do you think about the Bucks since Middleton is back? What do you think about that duo? What do you think about those two? Middleton and Greek Freak. What are you thinking about them right now? How they looking? BJ.
They 19-6. My fault. They 19-6 right now. Second in the Eastern Conference, beyond the Bucks or beyond the Celtics. It's kind of tough because Giannis really, he's the best player in the NBA, in my opinion. He's able to carry the team the way he's been able to carry him. Having Chris Middleton is just going to help them. Now, people did not really see Chris Middleton become what he is until after they won that finals. Right? So he's not the type of player who's sexy to watch. He's more of just a guy who gets to his spots, pull up mid ranges and get to his 3-point. And that's pretty much it. He's 6'9". But he's not a guy who's looked at as, one of the top 10 players in the NBA. all these other players that we're naming, pretty much their duos are like, somewhere between the top 10, top 1 through 10. Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown been playing like 10 to 15 players. Kawhi and PG top 10 to 15 players. Brandon Ingram, Zion Williams top 10 to 15 players. Like those players are already solidified. Chris Middleton, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him coming back to the team. But I think he's going to fit in like a glove. And I think the Bucks adding Middleton back is what would have put them over the hump last season to get to the finals. So you have to put them as one of the top 4 duos in the NBA as far as wing duos. Now people may say Giannis and Middleton's not particularly a wing duo, but they're both forwards. So that's really what's considered a wing duo is. That's pretty much. I mean, I still think I haven't lost faith in the Bucks. I think I'm trying to figure out who their kryptonite is. I'm trying to figure out who their team they have problems with. Is it going to be Miami? Is it going to be Cleveland? Is it going to be Philly? Is it going to be Boston in the East? I want to see who's the team that's going to give Milwaukee the most trouble. But as far as their duo, they're solidified, bro. They got a championship.
Well, I would say this. Their kryptonite is Giannis and Middleton. If Giannis ain't bringing that heat, chances are Bucks ain't winning. If Middleton gets hurt and he ain't bringing that heat, he makes it harder for Giannis, which means Giannis has to play harder. Hopefully he doesn't get injured, and then the Bucks fall all the way down to the bottom. So their kryptonite is themselves because ain't nobody stopping no Giannis. Like when Giannis is on a mission and he got that willpower going, that man's now almost invincible. It's crazy how that motor that he has is insane to me. And then Middleton, like you said, he's just that complimentary piece that just literally comes in and helps out. But let's think about it here. We got Giannis at 31.9 and 11 rebounds, like averaging this season. All right. And let's see. Holiday 18.9, Lopez 14.9, Middleton 13.8, even though he pretty much just came back. 13.4 on Portis, 10.9 on Allen. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people as well on that roster that can get in the double digits. So I keep bringing that up to say that even the bench, they got some bench players that's an asset to the team as well. And then Bruce, when I said baby Shaq, I don't mean legit like Shaq prime Shaq. I mean far as his physicality and the force that he brings. Like he literally bounces people off his body like Shaq used to do. So I'm not comparing Shaq and that. No, especially no prime Shaq. I'm not that crazy. I'm basically saying far as how it resembles when people body with him, how they just bounce off. Like it's almost like he's an immovable force. Like the dude is so powerful. So it reminds me in that way of Shaq, just like Giannis reminds me of Shaq back in Orlando when Shaq was smaller and he was just running up and down the court, dunking the ball. It had little handles on him. So sometimes certain players can resemble players of the past, but there'll never be another Shaq. So I don't want to get that misconstrued at all. But go ahead, BJ.
Dominique made a very interesting comment. He said the 76ers are a bad matchup for the Bucks. Giannis is unstoppable until he runs into more stoppable force. I actually somewhat agree with that because Embiid is a bigger player than Giannis. He's 7'2", 280 pounds. So in order to be a bad matchup for the Bucks, we have to learn how to contain Giannis. We have to cut that head of the snake off. So who's a better big to go up against Giannis and Embiid? My issue with Embiid is he be letting people off the hook with the mid-range jump shots. He needs to use that brute force of him being 280, close to 300 pounds to be more unstoppable. He needs to stop just foot settling for so many jumpers. I agree with him that they can be a bad matchup, but I think Embiid needs to use his force more. He needs to emphasize, his aggressiveness more. And then there'll be a team that can be like, all right, we can ride beyond Embiid. But the problem is with the Sixers that Embiid hasn't really took the team, like took the opponent by the throat and say, you know what, this is our game. I'm leading this team. He has to come into a game against the Bucks and say, I'm the best player on the court. Mm-hmm. If he does that, then yeah, the Sixers can beat the Bucks. But will Embiid do that? I have to wait and see. Let's get a couple more things in, bro. We'll start bringing people in. How do you feel about Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo? I think this is a duo right here that I don't know what is it with Miami. I gotta give my uncle, some love because this is his team. They've been to the conference finals 3 out of the last they've been to conference finals 2 out of the last 3 seasons. They've been to the NBA finals in the bubble. They've been arguably the most accomplished team in the Eastern Conference next to the Boston Celtics. Why? What do you think it is that about Miami that people just seem not to, they just overlook them? What do you think it is? Is it because of Jimmy Butler not really showing up until the playoffs? Do you think Bam Adebayo is not a top 15, top 20? What is it about the Heat? Do you think they get disrespected?
I don't think the Heat get disrespected, BJ. I just think the Heat does too many close call games, right? I think because I don't really have nothing bad to say about them. Like you said, they're a gritty team. They play well, good system. They play both sides of the ball. I don't really have nothing bad to say about them. But what I will say is I don't think you put yourself in the best position when certain games that are important, like team-changing games, they're so close together. Like it has to come down to a buzzer beater or it has to come down to a last shot. Because then it can go either way. That's what I'm basically saying. So I think a lot of times they get themselves in positions to where it can kind of go either where they're going overtime, whether you need one more shot, whether, they're up by 2, but the other team has the ball. So it's like they're always in these predicaments where it's like it could the tide of the game can go either way. And I think that's almost like flipping a coin. And when you're playing against other good teams, you don't want to be in that position. Like you playing against Curry and them or Tatum and them, and these suckers can shoot, and all they need is a 3-pointer or a 2, and they got the ball, and it's 2 seconds left or 5 seconds left, you really risking it, right? And so I think they have to more so focus on building and creating a lead during the game and keeping it at a certain length to help them out. Because honestly, their system, I love their system. I love their system. And even though Bam is their big man, I don't really look at him as like a true big man. But even though Bam is the big man, he does work for their system. But again, when you play against people like Embiid or Giannis, like other true big men or even Joker, you can kind of see how he kind of gets, it's almost like he needs assistance. That's where he needs another big man in the game just to help him out when he gets, passed or gets bodied down. They need extra help. So to me, he's not really a true big man, which kind of hurts the Miami Heat a little bit because I kind of look at them as a small ball team. But they do have the ability and the grit to compete with teams with big men. It's just that when you play against legit big men in the league, you can see where their weakness is. So that's one of their weaknesses. And the games be too close for them to be, deciding, wins and losses. It's like, hey, y'all need to create a league and keep that league in that fourth quarter, or at least be up by a certain amount where if the other team is scoring, you still can win. Because I think they're big. I mean, you said it, BJ. They're really one of the top most accomplished teams. Getting to the conference finals is not an easy feat. Getting to the finals is not an easy feat. So they definitely have what it takes to potentially be a championship team. But anytime you start getting those close games, you don't want to be in that position. You want to be like the Warriors where they cut your head off. You want to just end it. Because these teams are too talented. They're too focused. They're too ready for it to be like this. You got to build some space, man, because once you got it like this, man, it can go either way. And I think that's what hurts them. And also Bam not being a true center, in my opinion. I don't think he's a true center. In my opinion, I think that hurts them as well, because now they really have to play run and gun fast ball. They really don't have like a half court post up type of game style. They have a lot of high and low, picks and screens and running around the court, kind of like the Warriors. But it's like it works for the Warriors because everybody can shoot. That's the only difference. Everybody can shoot on the Warriors. But it's like when you got dudes that, you got Hero in them, but they not like Curry and Thompson. They not like Curry, where Curry might be 6'3", but Curry, hey, that man showed us in the finals, he'll take your center on. So it's like if you don't got that type of recipe, then y'all gotta figure something out to where you're not so close in the last points of the game. You got to actually create some type of cushion to where even when the other team, you're not scoring and the other team is kind of scoring, you still can win in the end. You still have enough leverage to win. And I think that's what gets them. And plus, like I said, Bam is not really a center, so that kind of does affect them too. But that's what I think about the Heat, man. And for the people who say, I guess negative things about the Heat, I mean, I'm with you, BJ. I think they're a well-accomplished team. I just think that they need to fix those two parts, figure out something with that, and they'll be okay. Dallas Sports said the Heat just not good enough.
This is my thing. They're not good enough, but they beat his team in 6 games last year. What does that make the Sixers? They just beat your team in 6 games. And I watched that series, bro. Like the Heat just dominated them on a defensive end. They just destroyed them, took their heart. James Harden getting stripped by Victor Oladipo, and Joel Embiid, I know, is going through a orbital fracture injury, but I just think even with that, I've seen Embiid at times, he settles for too many jumpers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Sixers, I mean, the Heat beat the hell out y'all last year. So if you're saying they're not good, then that'll make the Sixers. Dominique Brown said the Heat are less talented 0-4 Detroit Pistons. Yeah, talent-wise, they're not a deeply talented, but they're a team. And that's what one thing my uncle called in yesterday, and he talked about how that culture is in Miami. It's not a coincidence they've been on, multiple conference finals and NBA finals. Even post LeBron, they have a championship culture there. It's not for everyone, but it's definitely something that works for them. So that's fine if you say they're less talented, but they're accomplished. And they've accomplished things that 95% of the league hasn't even accomplished. So I mean, you can keep the talent, but I'll take the accomplishments. Bruce said Bam is not that dude. Sorry, Big Stone. He still can't believe this dude thinks Embiid's an unstoppable force. I'm gonna go into talk about one more thing, and then we'll go and let people in. Do you think AD and LeBron still even deserve to be one of the top duos, man? They're 12-15 right now in the conference, man. And people keep saying that the Lakers, they don't have a good enough team around them. But I mean, to me, I've always been we're part of the generation, bro, where your superstar is supposed to lead you. So why can't they lead this team over 500? And with that, do they deserve to be as one of the top 5 duos? What do you think about the AD and LeBron tandem?
All right, the first thing that comes to mind about them, man, and they're 10-15. So when are the Lakers gonna just make AD the man? First of all, because AD's playing good basketball. I'm trying to figure out when they're gonna say, "Hey, you know what, LeBron, you number 2." AD's number 1, and Westbrook keep doing your thing off the bench. I just feel like, I mean, I don't know what's being said. I'm not in an organization, but it's clear to me that AD is that guy. He's number 1. He needs to be the main person. And obviously, when you got LeBron on the team, he's gonna be the main person. So until they figure that out, everything else is gonna fall from them, right? And like you just mentioned, look, you got AD, you got LeBron, and you got Westbrook. Y'all got to figure it out. In the words of Kobe Bryant, y'all got to figure it out. Because you got the Hall of Famer of all Hall of Famers in current day, LeBron James, in there. You got AD playing phenomenal basketball this season. And they finally figured out how to get Westbrook going, looking like his OKC self coming off that bench. Figure it out. I don't know what Ham needs to do. I don't know if he needs to talk to LeBron, AD, and like, hey, guys, kind of like what they did in Miami when it was Wade and LeBron. Like, hey, Wade, we got prime LeBron. I'm going to need you to step back, let the man do his thing. So maybe the same conversation needs to happen with the Lakers right now. Hey, LeBron, AD's that dude. He in his prime. He young. Let's use his youth. Let's use this phenomenal, point scoring and rebounding he doing, and you help him out like Wade did you with the Heat back in the day. I don't know if that talk needs to be had, but whatever needs to be had, it needs to be had. I'm sorry. Like, I don't have sympathy for them because they have 3 phenomenal players, man. Phenomenal players. Like, those guys can play ball despite how people may feel about those 3, whether you like LeBron, hate them, like AD, hate them, like Westbrook, hate them. There's no doubt that these guys are superstars. They can play ball. So I'm going to give them their respect. But with that being said, when you have 3 phenomenal basketball players like that, y'all got to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just have to. And if you can't figure it out, hey, you're going to continue to get these memes. You're going to continue to get these jokes. I'm sorry. Because when you're supposed to be the greatest of all time, and then you got AD playing the way he playing, and then you got Westbrook looking like his OKC self or coming off that bench, that's on y'all. I don't know what else to say. Y'all gotta figure out a team system. Y'all gotta work something out because it's not like you don't have the caliber of players to pull it off. Like they defense is still good, right? Last time I checked.
Yeah, they're still top. I think 15 in team defense. So what's the problem?
So my thing is, you still doing good in defense. All you gotta do is offense. Which, like I said, AD doing his thing. We know LeBron can score, but you just can't be the main dude no more. But we know you can do your thing, and we know Westbrook doing his thing off the bench. So that's what I'm saying. What's the problem? Y'all gotta figure it out. That's how I'm gonna lead that one.
Let's go ahead and let these people in, man. We got to get some more likes in here. Hit that like button and make the notifications out. There's a very, very good topic, man. Is Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown the best two-way duo in the NBA? Are they the best wing duo in the NBA? Is the question. And we're going to drop this link for y'all so y'all can go ahead and tell me about what y'all think. Tell us about who y'all think it is. Do y'all think it's Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum? If not, who do y'all think it is? Don't be shy. Come in here. I know Bruce is going to come in here. You guys, if y'all are not busy coming here, you know what I'm saying, state what y'all think about this subject. So we're about a little over a quarter of the season, right, Rick? So we're about 20, 25 games into the season. What is some of the storylines you're looking forward to? Like, what's one storyline you're looking forward to seeing? Like, one thing you're like interested to see what happens at the end of the season?
Bro, I'm biased as all. You already know I want Giannis to do his thing. Like, I'm biased, bro. I'm so biased. I want that man to come through and step on everybody, But realistically, man, I hope well for him. But it's going to be a tough road because, like I said, these teams in the NBA right now, man, I mean, no-name people I haven't even been paying attention to dunking on folks. And I'm like, who is this? Like, this NBA different. Like, they creating some jumping babies in this league. I don't know what's going on. The NBA is exciting again. So, Luka doing good. Luka doing his thing. Like, it's like, man, I don't know what storyline to go with, but if you asking me on the spot, I hope Giannis come through and do his thing. I hope. That's all I can do is hope. So I'm gonna say that.
Shout out to my man Oaktown in the building. You know what I'm saying? Tatum not consistent. He said, I mean, that was my whole thing with Tatum. And Bruce is going to cook on. I don't think Bruce don't like Jayson Tatum. He's going to cook on Jayson Tatum right now.
Bruce about to roast him.
My man Jared, come through on the YouTube page, man. So you on Facebook, come through the YouTube page. You can join that way. There'll be a link in the chat box you can click. So go on, hop on Facebook and go on YouTube, our YouTube page, and go hop on that live, and then hit the link into the chat box. What's good, Bruce?
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Doing good, Bruce. Doing good. Good to hear from you.
I need you to be very, very kind to Jayson Tatum.
Okay. I told you about Jayson Tatum, right? Like the MVP, right? The MVP. He's not even the best player on the team. And once again, last night, he proved, what Ticket says about AD. That's what he should say about Tatum. The guy is very soft, man. He's fraternizing with Draymond during the game. Draymond is down. He's pulling Draymond up instead of running with the team. Right? I was watching it. I was like, why you leave Draymond on the floor? He stopped to pull Draymond off the floor. And after the game, they hanging out together on the floor, whatever. Really? Come on, man. You know, I knew he was not that guy when he went to the Draymond wedding and was taking pictures. They just beat you in the finals, and you're taking pictures, cute pictures. Really? You know, Jaylen Brown showed up, and there was no Wiggins, and people said that Clay has no ACL, MCL, and he's stopping, locking down. I saw a lot of games of Clay, people walking by him, and last night, see, when I said that Tatum has only 3 moves, he cannot drive to the basket. It's the step back 3. He couldn't do the 3 last night. That's why he was so ineffective. They were they were like close to him. He couldn't do the step back 3. See, because he cannot drive. He cannot drive to the basket. He doesn't have a handle. Bro. How you a guard or a small forward and you don't have a handle? But okay. But Tatum is the MVP, right? Like people say he's the MVP. Regular season team. And they have no play. People say this coach is better than Udoka. They have no play. They're playing like the Nets last year. My turn, your turn. They have no plays. They're not moving the ball. And Marcus Smart should not start. Malcolm Brogdon, when he was on the game, they play better. He's a better point guard than Marcus Smart. But you could say this is the same thing as John Wall and the Clippers. But okay, go ahead.
Oaktown A said, "Bro, Brown worries me more than Tatum. Even Jayson is the better player." He's saying the same thing Bruce is saying. Like, Bruce has been on Jaylen Brown since last year, bro. I asked him the question, "Do you think Jaylen Brown better than Jayson Tatum?" He said, "Yeah." I didn't want to say it, but I think Jaylen Brown's a better big time player than Tatum. I think when the chips on the line, he's a better big time. The problem is with Jaylen Brown is that he doesn't want to step on nobody's toes, but he has it inside of him to be better than Tatum, and that's a problem. If you got him better than Jayson Tatum, you got problems because you're trying to force Jayson Tatum as the best player in the league or the best MVP, and he's having performances like this. And Bruce made a good point. He does not like contact. You know, Rick, you know how when you go to the basket, you're supposed to look for contact? Mm-hmm. Tatum goes away from contact on these, little scoop. Like, you 6'10", bro. You should be looking for that contact. And a team like the Warriors, like Draymond Green, he's watching all this, man. He's using it to his advantage, like psychologically. This is why, the game is so psychological more than physical. Like, Tatum is giving the Warriors an upper hand if they face again in the finals. The college talking foolishness. These guys are professional.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with helping man get off the ground.
It's professionalism, Bruce.
Never saw MJ, Kobe doing that when your team is running to score and transition. The Celtics were in transition. If it's a timeout, yes, but they were in transition. That's my point.
I know what you meant.
Go ahead, Rick. You can respond.
No, I was laughing at that comment because I know exactly what Bruce meant when he said it. I'm gonna jump on what Bruce is saying. Basically, and I like that he brought up Kobe Bryant because that's my favorite player. Like, I love that image, that video clip of Kobe Bryant when Chris Rock was trying to talk to him, and Kobe Bryant was so into the game. Like, he wasn't. I'm talking about Chris Rock right here. He right here talking. And Kobe's just so into the game. And I think that's what Bruce is saying. You need to be focused on the game. Why are you helping the other team get up off the floor and dusting their shorts off and all kind of stuff? And I'm just adding stuff now. I'm exaggerating. But why are you doing all this when you need to be getting back and helping your team so that this team don't score? So I get what Bruce is saying. And I think when, like I said, me and BJ, we play ball, man. Like we are some old school traditional basketball play. When we play against each other, we play against each other. We best friends, but we play against each other. You know what I'm saying? We'll go high five after a game, but during the game, it's like we don't even know each other. We playing ball, and I think that's what Bruce is saying. It's like you never seen these players back in the day like high fiving in a game. Like what are we doing? We trying to win. You know, hey, what you helping? No, keep him down there. It's 4-on-5. Like, keep him on the flow. Like, let's go and get this defensive stop and go score on their butt. Right? It's a competitive game. So I get what Bruce is saying. I'm totally in agreement with it. Also, Miss, I don't know if that's a him or she, Leanda. I'm gonna say Harewood. You know, I get where you're coming from as far as professionalism, but like Bruce is saying, ain't nothing wrong with that during the timeout, maybe. You know, maybe after the game, you know how players exchange words like good game. I don't have a problem with that. But like during the game, like actual gameplay, man, keep him on the floor, man. He ain't on my team. I'm trying to win. So I get where they were coming from, but I'm gonna side with Bruce on this one, man. Anytime, and then these guys just beat you in the finals. Y'all should have this ugliness about yourselves when you face that team in particular. It should be real mean when you play that team because they beat you in the finals. I'm not helping nobody off the court. So I get what Bruce is saying, man. But that's all I got.
Tatum has too much respect for the Warriors. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, I don't want to make them mad at me. I want to be their friends. I think that's the mental edge. See, when he stopped to pick up Draymond probably said, "Got him," you know.
Bro, that's why I'm not worried about the Celtics. People want me to be worried about. I'm really not. Here's the thing. Kawhi ain't helping no damn Draymond Green off the ground. He ain't helping him off the ground. Bruce in my line.
Yeah, no.
Come on, man. Hey, here comes Bubba with his take. He's gonna be defending.
Bubba got AI. Is that AI?
He's gonna be defending Jayson Tatum.
Who is that on this picture?
Yeah, that's AI.
AI, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Philly all day. But salute to everybody, man.
Salute.
Yeah, I feel like Bruce, you was a little bit harsh on Jayson Tatum. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, come on, give the guy slack, man. You've been on him since last year. You know what I'm saying? I thought you liked the light skinned players, but you seem to not like Jayson Tatum that much. I don't know why, but I mean, yeah, he had a bad game, which, you know, I'm not gonna kind of make excuses for him. No excuses. He owns it. You know, you're facing a team that you face in the finals. You should come with, you know, like this fire. Like, I should see this fire in your eyes, ready to kill. But you didn't really see that from him. You know, he's averaging like 30 points per game, but last night he wasn't really a threat to score the ball. You know, he shot so poorly from the field. But overall, I think he's having a solid season. But I feel like the Warriors are just a bad matchup for him. You know, he has to just figure it out and figure out a way to beat them. They're just a bad. I think that's his kryptonite, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Bruce, you got something to respond to Bubba with?
No, I mean, if we keep defending Tatum will never improve. Improving is not only skills; it's your mental. Everybody did it. Every great have done it. Jordan did it. Kobe did it. Everybody has to do it, and Tatum has to figure out how to get over the edge, the mental edge that Warriors have on them. Stop talking to Draymond. He might be your friend, but a week before the game or 2 days before the game, I'm not talking to you. After the game, I'm saying, "Hey, what's up? How's your family? How's the kids? Whatever." But the fraternization that's going on, it's not helping your team, you know? And that's what I think Tatum's issue is. He wants to be the nice guy, whatever. Who cares about being the nice guy? You want to win.
Facts.
Winning is your friend.
Facts. Young Africa just pulled up this guy. He always, hey, come in here, Young Africa, if you got time.
Man, we beat this team on Friday.
Yeah, you know he gonna cap.
You know how to get Young Africa in here. LeBron sucks, Young Africa.
Hey, my man.
That's how
Marshall,
you get him in
bro,
here.
we already talked about this. We talked about Zion and BG, man. We said they gonna get the Clippers the most trouble, bro. I already admitted that. I think the Pelicans. I said before the season, that's my dark horse, man. So I'm big on the Pelicans. But
I think y'all
what do you
forgot about
think?
Brooklyn.
See, here's the thing about Brooklyn. Brooklyn don't play. They don't. Before when they had Harden, like I was like, yeah, they're the Brooklyn Monsters, but they don't have the defense is their Achilles heel. That's gonna be their Achilles heel in the playoffs. Is their defense. So I don't think Brooklyn is really a threat to like the big dogs like the Bucks. I think the Celtics will have their number. And I think the Heat is going to give them trouble just because they're a gritty team. I think they can beat Philly. I think they'll beat Philly. But it all depends on James Harden. Who else?
I said Brooklyn because they have a stretch going on. They're like 4th in the seed right now. That's why I said Brooklyn.
Who they beat?
I mean, yeah, that
they beat like the Hawks. They beat the Pacers. They beat teams that really aren't going to be competitive in the playoffs. Speaking of which, here comes Young Africa. One Guran. Oh!
DJ, Wagwan, brother, Wagwan, brother.
How are you, brother? Avatar to LeBron.
How you got it. This is how you contact Young Africa. LeBron sucks. He'll show up.
How are you, brother? Hey, you know what I'm doing? Hey, what up, my guy?
What up, man?
Masters, I'm pulling up a seat. I'm pulling up a chair. I'm pulling up an empty trophy cabinet for the LA Clippers, man. That's what I'm doing today. It's all love, BJ. What's up?
Nah, pull out the L from Friday night.
Yeah. Oh, what L was that? What L? We got a lot. We got a lot, my brother. We got a lot.
Man, hey.
Oh, you talking about Philadelphia?
Joel Embiid? Who you got, Young Africa, is the best duo in the NBA? I know you're gonna cap.
Ooh, best duo in the NBA. This is an interesting question, huh? Wing duo. Yeah. So we isolating it to wing duos. So wing is a small forward and a power forward a wing, or are you talking about shooting guard and a small forward? What are we saying?
LeBron and AD.
Two small forwards. Yeah, they're still considered a wing duo. A small forward, a power forward, or two small forwards.
Man, LeBron
and hey, this is the interesting question, right? Because there's a lot of great ones. There's a lot of great ones, right? And so the question is, who has the best two in the duo? Who's the second best man in the? Hey, you better not put them guys up. You better take them Bulls off the screen right now. Take them Bulls off the screen, BJ. Don't do that. Don't do that. And you know what, DeMar DeRozan, he was pointing to the best duo, the best wing duo. They're on the other side of the court. Their names are Anthony Davis and LeBron James, BJ. That's what their names are. Now, you know why I say this? Because LeBron James is the best second option in the NBA. Anthony Davis.
Oh my God.
Best second. Who's better, bros? Anthony Davis playing as a top 5 player in the game and playing at elite level that he was just about a week ago before, he had some stomach cramps or whatever it was, right? He was playing at an elite level. And when you have LeBron James, an all-time great, as the second best player, as a second option on your team, yeah, that's a great duo. Better than Jaylen Brown. LeBron James is better than Jaylen Brown. LeBron James is better than Paul George. LeBron James is better than most of your favorite players. So that's all I'm going to say.
LeBron James is not better than Jaylen Brown. LeBron James is not better than Paul George. LeBron James used to be better than Jaylen Brown. LeBron James used to be better than Paul George. Nobody's scared of LeBron James anymore.
Preach. Young Africa, they're 10 and 15 right now, man. So I think if you was talking like 4 or 5 years ago, then yeah. But it's funny you limited to the best second option. I'm talking about the best duo, the impact they make together. Who is the best duo you choosing? And you got LeBron James and Anthony Davis, bro.
You know what? I do, and it considers. You know why I say the best second option? Because a lot of teams have a great first option, right? A lot of teams do. You know what I would say? Even above Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they're very good. They're very good. I'll put them number two. A very close number two and number three. They're fighting for a guy like Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. They're also great wings. And that they can be considered, but they haven't done enough to be certified like that. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum just showed you against the Golden State Warriors that they don't step up in the big moments and they're not really there yet. Whereas the duo I'm talking
Tatum
about,
did that step up, not Jaylen Brown. But go ahead.
Mhm. Yeah, Jaylen Brown. Okay, if, even and it shows. Even if Jaylen Brown on any given night has to be your best player, it doesn't seem like against the best teams in the league he can pull you through like that. But obviously he needs his second best guy. He's the best player on the team, Jason Tatum, to come through as well. But you would hope, just like I would, if AD doesn't have it, LeBron James can lift that slack as a number two guy, showing the duo that I'm talking about. Paul George, for all that I talk about with him, he can pull the weight, and he has been doing that and still win games and keep him above 500 for a certain parts of the season and actually take it to the conference finals without Kawhi. He's shown that. So you got to put some respect on that. And so, but I still got AD and LeBron. You can call me biased. You can call me a Laker fan. You can call me delusional, but I stand on it, my brother.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad. Stand on it.
They won a championship. And when we talk about these duos,
stand on that 10 and 15.
Here we
BJ,
go.
which one out of all them duos that you like, BJ, have won a championship? Which one, BJ? Which one?
I'm gonna answer that in a minute. Yeah,
The Bucks, they won a championship. Look,
yeah, the Bucks won a championship.
We put in Middleton and okay, honestly, Middleton.
Yeah, he a small forward. Yeah, put him in the conversation. Dominique Brown, what's up, bro? I know you got an interesting take, man. What's your take on the best wing duo? And I know you want to say something about the Sixers, so you go ahead and expound.
No, I mean it's kind of like a three-part answer to that. So like, if you want to go the best wing duo, oh man, so. Damn, I want to say it's close between PG and Kawhi and Zion and Brandon Ingram. Who's playing? What duo is playing the best right now? I want to say Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, or Zion and Brandon Ingram. Okay, so non-wing duo. Who's the best actual duo? Is Joel Embiid and James Harden. Because when they both on, is no answer. None of the players that you name can stop them two when they're both on. Not AD and LeBron, not none of those guys.
He's just wanted to hear Embiid. So go ahead, Embiid.
No, I'm yeah, that's just the facts.
Yeah, okay.
When those two are on and they're healthy, Middleton and Giannis can't stop them.
Yeah.
Who can stop them?
Yo, Bubba, what do you got to say to that, Bubba?
I mean, that's true. I mean, I feel like Embiid stops himself with all those mid-range shots that he takes, when he's not using his size to, get to the back. I mean, sometimes he gets double teamed and, that's why he takes all those shots to kind of, spread out the defense. But I feel like he should be more physical getting to the basket more than the jump shots that he be taking.
Okay.
And I want to ask.
Go ahead, Bubba.
I wanted to ask Young Africa a question. He said Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, they don't come through in the big moments. But I didn't see the Lakers' duo come through in the overtime against Philly. I saw LeBron James struggling to score against PJ Tucker in the post and on the perimeter. So when he said they don't come through, I don't know what he's talking about, why he would take the Lakers duo over the Boston Celtics duo.
LeBron James' defense was terrible too.
Yep. We can define these great players from individual games if we want to. You know what I mean? If we did that, Paul George is looking real bad. I can mention Kawhi choking. I can mention Jayson Tatum choking in the finals. I can mention Brandon.
We're talking about this season.
Never get it done. I can mention James Harden never getting it done. I can mention a lot of these guys. But you know what I'm gonna talk about? I'm gonna talk about what they did do. So I'm gonna ask you. They won a championship together. They showed they could do that. Out of all the duos that you like, my brother, who has won a championship?
Out of the duos I like, Giannis has won a championship.
So you're claiming Giannis and Middleton is the best wing duo in the league? Is that what you're saying?
I would take them over LeBron and AD.
No. I'm biased. I'll say it.
I'll take them over LeBron and AD.
Hey.
Steph and Clay.
Okay.
Steph and Clay.
Let me tell you something.
Duo.
out of
Steph and
those four
Clay a better
players,
duo.
out of those, they ain't wings, Herm. You need to stay on topic, Herm. So they ain't wings. But
Hey,
let
Steph
me
and
ask the
Clay a
brother,
better duo.
Philly Iverson,
Anthony
brother. Let me
Davis
ask
not a
you,
wing.
out of those
Anthony
four
Davis
players,
not a wing.
LeBron James, Anthony Davis,
AD is
Giannis,
not a
and Chris
wing though.
Middleton. Who is the worst player out of those great players? Who is the fourth one?
LeBron.
Wait. So repeat what you said, Young Africa, and I'm gonna let her
Out of
go.
Giannis, Middleton, Anthony Davis, and LeBron, who is the fourth best player in that equation?
LeBron.
Middleton.
But see,
LeBron, yeah.
that's the thing about you, Africa. You're trying to angle the argument to support you.
No, no.
Individually, you know, LeBron, AD are individually better than Middleton. But as far as the team, their impact, Giannis and Middleton been having more success over the last 2-3 seasons.
Oh, really? Okay.
Easy work.
Interesting. That's interesting. You limit it to 2 seasons. Just cut out that that championship season. We can do that.
Oh my God.
No, no, I'm not. No,
Go ahead.
Hey, but Young Africa, to be real, the best duo in the NBA is Steph and Klay Thompson. They the defending champs.
Wow.
They won 4 championships. Clay and Steph Curry showed last night that Tatum and Jaylen Brown still not ready. It's still that Boston still not ready to take the next level to win a championship. So yeah, I can sit up there and talk all the shit you want about LeBron and AD. They only won 1. Steph and Klay Thompson got 4. And they the defending champs, and they've been more successful than any duo in the NBA for us in this era. So, I mean, Young Africa, that's the best duo to be honest.
When I hear duo, right? When I hear duo, I think of guys like LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. I don't think of Steph Curry.
Steph Curry
and
Klay
fourth
Thompson
option,
not a duo?
Klay Thompson.
What the hell you
They're not a duo. The best 3-point shooting backcourt of all time.
During their championship runs, was Klay Thompson ever the second best player on that team during their?
You want to know what Klay? You want to know what Klay nickname is? You want to know what Klay nickname? Big game 6 Klay. They call it Game 6 Klay. And you want to
because he shows up for one game per series. That's why.
Discredit them, and he was the main reason why they came back for 3-1 and whoop Oklahoma City ass. And you want to sit up there discredit Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, the best shooting backcourt of all time, and the most winningest duo since 2010. That's the most winningest duo.
All right.
So how the hell can you counter that?
Nothing. Herm
Damn
fool. Herm hitting facts.
Most winning.
Young Africa, you got cooked.
I don't call him a duo. No, I didn't. Hey, you know
said
what?
no, I didn't.
I go against the grain at all times, so this is real comfortable for me. And Herm, as I told you, bro, hey, they won 4 championships, right? As a duo. Hey, was it Steph Curry and Kevin Durant, or was it Steph Curry and Klay Thompson who won those 2 back-to-back? Who did that? Who did that, Herm? Who did that, Herm?
Oh man, now you want to bring up Kevin Durant? All right. Since you so damn dumb. You so damn dumb, Young Africa, you don't know what you just did. All right, if that's the case, then put Chris Bosh in the equation of Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. Put Kevin Love in the equation of LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. So at the end of the day, have LeBron and D Wade a duo, and they had a third superstar, Chris Bosh, a top 5 power forward of the game. How you gonna say LeBron and Kyrie was a duo? You got a top 5 power forward at that time and Kevin Love. So I mean, damn, after you make this shit easy.
Hey, no, I don't. First of all, Kevin Love was never a top 5 power forward. Stop lying to the people, Herm.
No, Africa, he's right. That's called a super team. That's not a dynamic duo.
No. Hey, so now we're talking about trios, BJ. We gonna change the whole thing and start talking about trios now.
You brought it up. You brought up KD.
No. Because Herm, when you brought up Klay, you brought up a trio. That's what you did. Because it's not just Steph and Klay. It was Steph, Draymond, and Klay. That's what it was.
Draymond is not a superstar. Draymond is not a superstar.
What?
Yeah.
Is Klay Thompson a superstar? Is Klay Thompson a superstar?
In his prime, he was. Before the injury, he was.
Hey,
I don't believe that, bro.
So he's not a top 5 shooting guard in the game?
When?
That'll make him a superstar.
When, bro? When? No. When was he a top 5 shooting guard in the game? When? For a couple weeks, Herm? Stop the cap, bro.
Bro, come on, man.
No, he
was
never.
I barely can name 4 shooting guards better than him right now. I barely can name 4 right now.
Hey,
that's because you don't know many
Klay
players in the league.
Thompson was the best 2-way shooting guard before the injury, bro.
Facts.
He was the best.
He was the best two-way shooting guard.
Hey, if he's all that guy, if he's that guy y'all claim, how come he's only ever made 2 All NBA third teams, which means they consider him top 15 player?
Now you want to bring up our NBA?
13?
All NBA is a scam. That's a media.
Oh,
we know the media don't know nothing about basketball.
Yeah.
Embiid never made a first team all NBA, and he's been the best center in the league since DeMarcus Cousins.
What?
Man, Africa, you so easy, man.
He's been the best too.
I'm sorry for you, Africa.
Here we go again.
Hey, I'll be frying you, Herm. I'll be frying you. You went from trios to talking about some other things.
You brought up Kevin Durant first.
Klay Thompson is a
superstar. You brought up. Hey, you want to know something? Africa? To counter your Kevin Durant, and now that you would go to state. Kevin Durant ain't won shit without Steph and Klay Thompson.
No,
he ain't won shit without them two. So at the end of the day, what that tell you? What that tell you, Africa? What that tell you?
Hey, it tell you that Steph played with multiple great players, not just Klay Thompson. That's what it tells you. It was multiple, and not just a duo. It was multiple players. That's what it tells you, Herb.
Hey, your boy LeBron played with more all-time greats than what Steph Curry played.
Hey, you proving my point, Herb. Thank you. You proving my point. Thank you very much, man.
Nah, I ain't prove your point because LeBron James played with more all-time greats than Steph Curry ever played with, hands down. Kevin Durant, in fact, Kevin Durant is the only top 75 player Steph Curry ever played with. The only top 75.
Another MVP in his prime. Come on, Herb. Don't do that, Herb. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, LeBron had a few top 75 players on this squad. They were pretty damn good, man.
Yeah, they were good. No doubt they were good. But remind me. So when was Klay Thompson top 5 shooting guard in the game? When did that happen?
Before the injury. Before the
injury.
Hey, yo, Africa, name 5 shooting guards better than Klay Thompson.
Before the
injury. Top of my head. Yeah, before the injury. James Harden. Yeah, we gonna agree with that. James Harden, that's 1, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Paul George, that's 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
We comfortable? Y'all
Come
feeling
on.
good?
Yeah, go ahead.
And then we could easily go. It depends on how you categorize. You're gonna.
You said easily. You said easily.
It depends.
How you categorize players? Combo guards. There's a lot of combo guards.
DeMar DeRozan.
Combo guards in the league.
No.
All right. Let me just go through it then, man.
You only got 2 motherfuckers.
I was gonna ask Damian Lillard, but y'all ain't gonna consider Kyrie Irving. That's one.
Nope.
Kyrie's a
Nope.
Oh, so we're gonna see. That's what y'all do. List the man.
DeMar DeRozan.
No.
You can list DeMar DeRozan.
Nah,
Jimmy
DeMar
Butler.
DeRozan. No,
Jimmy Butler was
that's
better.
not that easy. No, you can't.
I agree with Jimmy Butler. I'll take Jimmy Butler. You right. I'll take those 3. You only got 3.
Yeah.
Wait, DeMar DeRozan led his team to Eastern Conference Finals.
No.
DeMar DeRozan is not better than Klay Thompson.
No.
Definitely was.
Not even close.
No.
Not even close.
So from 2015 to 2022, because I remember Young Africa said, when was the last time that Klay and Curry were basically the best duo? They've been relevant since 2015. They won this year. So remember, they didn't win in 19. They didn't win in 20, right? So they didn't win in 21, but they won in 22. But, 15 against LeBron and them Cavaliers, like I'm just saying, they've been in them finals. They've been making final stretches and, makes for a minute now. So it's legit what Herm is saying.
Facts. I mean, look, man, even right now, Klay Thompson is a valuable piece to that Warriors team, man. And he has you have to put him in that company, man. He's still, even right now, I'm with Herm, like, by the end of this season, I still might struggle to name top 5 better shooting guards than Klay Thompson.
Oh, come on, bro.
Wait, as of right now?
No. I'm saying by the end of this year, because he's getting back into his. I'm starting to see glimpses of old Klay Thompson right now.
He showed you that last night.
Yeah.
Right now, bro, let's not do this.
Name
Bro.
five. Name five. You can't be
Hey,
name
Devin
five right
Booker,
now.
Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, Zach LaVine, Anthony Edwards,
Nope.
Bradley
Zach LaVine.
Beal,
No.
Zach
No.
LaVine.
Dejounte Murray,
Stop. You
CJ
said Zach
McCollum,
LaVine?
Tyrese Maxey, Desmond
What?
Bain. Like
Tyrese
I can keep
Maxey.
going, bro.
Desmond Bain not better than Klay Thompson.
Yes. Oh my goodness, bro.
He's not.
I
He's
just named
not.
10 off the top, bro. That's ridiculous.
That's
Bro,
not
Desmond
the
Bain
you
is
just start
clearly
naming
better than
people. You
Klay
said
Thompson at this point.
Zach LaVine.
Yep.
Zach LaVine
No, I
not
don't
better.
think he's better than Klay Thompson. Anthony
No.
Edwards is too young to say he's better than Klay Thompson.
Too young.
Oh, Anthony Edwards is. I would not put him over Klay Thompson yet. Just right yet, not yet.
Well, okay.
Donovan Mitchell, see it too.
Yeah, I put Donovan Mitchell over there.
Yeah.
Mitchell's. I think Mitchell's the shit.
Spider.
He's top 2, top 3.
Yeah,
I think he's the best.
Yeah, that's love
Yeah.
when it comes from Bruce. He all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce don't like Donovan. Hey, Dominique, Herm, Dominique got beef with you. He said Embiid's better than AD.
Man, Embiid is a mediocre ass player that ain't gonna never get out the second round. He can't win as the best player on the team. I don't want to hear shit about Joel.
Wait, did AD win as the best player?
I don't want to hear shit about dude.
Jokic better than Embiid. Jokic better than
I don't
Embiid.
even want to talk about him.
Hold on, but why he lied? Hold on, he lied on stream on Friday and said, why didn't the Lakers keep feeding it to AD because Embiid can't hold AD?
AD had
Straight up
21
lie.
points in the fourth quarter, so how am
Straight
I?
up lie.
And he had 21 in the fourth quarter.
AD had 21 in that was garbage time.
Garbage time. They took you out of OT. So
Sixers
that's
are-
not garbage time.
Yeah, because the Sixers
overtime.
because
So
the
you
Sixers
got
always
cooked
want
right there. I don't want to talk about Embiid.
But Herm.
Fucking Embiid. Fuck
Herm,
him.
to be fair, AD didn't score in the overtime though.
Well, to be fair, Embiid didn't do shit in the fourth quarter. So I mean, who cares? Who gives
But
a fuck,
he
man?
came through in
Who
overtime.
cares?
He came through in overtime.
It should not even went to overtime, so I don't want to hear shit about Joel Embiid. Man.
But
Until
he
he get
came
past the
through.
second round, till his ass get past the second round, don't bring up him when I'm on a panel until he get past the second round. Fuck Joel Embiid. Fuck him, really.
This man got a hatred for Joel Embiid for no
He
reason.
sound like Big Toe.
Hey, bro, Herm didn't even give it up when Joel Embiid had 59 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 blocks. If he ain't gonna give it up after that game, like he ain't ever.
Or when he cooked Giannis.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck Giannis right now too, because he blew game 6 and he quit in the third quarter, game 7. So fuck Giannis too right now. I keep the same energy. You can talk that shit you want to that I ain't cook Giannis. I cooked the shit out of Giannis because he blew game 6 and he gave up in the third quarter, game 7.
Hey, what about that ring on his finger, Herm? That don't mean nothing.
Hey, now you want to go with the ring fact? All right, since you doing that means LeBron ain't won the 2020 then. Since you want to do that, so I mean we don't need to go there because that go discredit your boy right there. If
And
you want to go that way,
I'm biased with Giannis, but Herm's still spitting facts. I can't even say that.
yeah. And I love Giannis, but he choked last year.
Who you got going to the finals, Herm?
Not
The Warriors.
I don't know. My dark horses, the two that I think for some reason might make it out the West. I think the Pelicans and the Grizzlies got a shot to make it out the West because the Clippers for some reason. I want to say the Clippers for real, but I got to see consistency from the Clippers, so I can't say the Clippers right now. But if I'm going off of what I see in right now, it's between the Grizzlies and the Pelicans to me to come out the West. But don't sleep. I can't count out the defending champs, and I can't count out the Clippers. Those are 4 teams that I think that will come out the West. One of those 4 teams. At the East, hell, to me, is only between 2 damn teams: Milwaukee and Boston. Everybody else don't matter.
The crazy thing is none of those teams probably going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's probably going to be Philly and the Nets.
Philly ain't get past the second round. I ain't worried about Philly.
I don't think none of those teams can beat. I don't think Boston or Milwaukee can beat the Nets. I think y'all gonna see it. Watch when Ben Simmons is in the lineup with the Nets and they go up against Boston. Ben Simmons is gonna take Jayson Tatum completely out the game. I've seen it multiple times when Simmons was on the Sixers. Just completely take Tatum out the game.
Talking good about Ben Simmons? Wow.
Yeah, I'm being realistic. He's gonna take him completely out the game. I'm talking about like 14 points and all of that type of stuff.
Oh, you got faith when you got a coach like Doc Rivers on the
Yeah,
side.
that's what I was gonna say.
So you
Yeah,
can
but
trust Doc Rivers.
let's not act like Doc Rivers didn't win a championship.
I mean, when
Yeah,
you got
okay.
KG, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce, it should.
Yeah, well,
Obama was
should
president when
win
he
one
won.
with them three.
you got the most
They
dominant big man in the
underachieved, to be
game.
honest. They underachieved, to be honest. Doc Rivers coached bad after that final. He blew some series after that final. So
The most dominant big man is not Embiid, it's Jokic. But okay.
Yeah, okay. Can Jokic guard Embiid?
Can Jokic go to the conference finals? Okay.
Can Jokic guard Embiid? Okay.
Wait. When Jokic play with who won the last game between Jokic and Embiid?
Bones Highland.
He can't.
No. Don't say that, bro. Say Nuggets.
I don't care. Ready. Hey, y'all. I think Cleveland gonna be the conference finals.
Oh my god.
Hey,
bro.
I actually agree with you.
Let's hear him out.
They beat Boston twice already. I don't think Cleveland's scared of Boston. I think Cleveland could match up with Milwaukee because they got the size with Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley. I think they'll beat Brooklyn. I think they're more talented than Miami. It's going to depend on Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, which I think I think they're ready. I think Donovan is ready to lead his team to the conference finals. I think he has a team around him to take them to the conference finals.
Hey, this is the problem. This is the problem with the Cavs. This is the problem with the Cavs. If their worst matchup is Milwaukee. If they run into Milwaukee, they're not going to beat Milwaukee at all. Brooke Lopez and
that's going to be the only team. That's the only team I see is giving, but I think they can beat everyone else.
I think with Philly, I think that's probably a 6 or 7 game series. I think Philly edges them out. Celtics, I don't know, because Celtics don't have the bigs, the matchup with them. But I don't know about them. That's a good series, but I don't think they beat in Philly. I don't think they beat in Philly or Milwaukee.
And Dominique, here's what you're sleeping on. Philly gonna play one of those 3 teams in the first round. Cause y'all gonna be like a 6 seed. So y'all gonna end up playing one of those teams in the first round, whether it's Boston.
I really don't think
y'all can't beat either one of them motherfuckers.
I don't think it matters who Philly play. I think Philly can beat every team in the East. I think they can beat almost every team in the West.
Yeah, you high, man. You high.
Bro, this gonna be our kryptonite. I think Philly's kryptonite is toughness. I think Miami's going to not this year, but I think if y'all face the Cavs, I don't think that physicality with Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley, I don't think Embiid's going to really want to deal with that.
I think Embiid is going to destroy those dudes. I think I don't think the problem is toughness. I think the problem is injury, just being healthy. If they're healthy, it's nothing. If they're healthy and Embiid is there healthy, it's nothing that none of those guys can do. Jarrett Allen is going to get destroyed like he always got destroyed by Embiid. It's nothing really they can do.
Man,
Giannis,
look, Dominique, man, look. James Harden. This is not the prime James Harden. You couldn't even trust the prime James Harden. How you gonna trust this James Harden to get the overcome big moments? Because at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to Maxey or Harden leading the way. Because at the end of the day, those guys gonna have to be the guys to create. And B can't create. And B got to do that's gonna create shots for others. Those two.
Are you out of your mind?
I'm not out of my mind.
You think Embiid can't create shots for other people?
Great passer after post.
Have you ever watched Embiid play?
He's a great pass.
Yes, he is, bro. Yes, he is a good passer.
Embiid is not a goddamn great passer after post, man.
Yes, he is, bro.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
hey, honestly, bro,
he would have been past the second round by now.
I like. Stop it, Herm. He's still early in his career. Hey, honestly, I like
Philly
this season, bro.
When you pass 8 years, you're not early in your career.
I like Philly this season. They have a solid team. They don't need James Harden to be. They don't need James Harden to be Houston. James Harden. Tyrese Maxey stepping up. They got the best fourth option on the offense in the game, being Tobias Harris. They got Tobias Harris, the best fourth option on the. Hey, name me a better fourth option on the team, bro. Name me a better. Name me a better option. Yeah, you tripping.
He ain't been shit since the Clippers.
You tripping, her.
You go trust Tobias Harris?
Hey, better than any other fourth option on the team.
What he done since the Clippers?
Hey, all he doing is just getting paid and putting up numbers. That's all. That's all.
He's a fourth
You know what?
option. What do you mean?
Exactly.
What are you supposed to do?
Playing his role on his team. That's what he doing, Herm.
He's
But you know
averaging
what?
20 every year as the
That's what
fourth
he do.
option.
Hey, we
He
got
doing well.
OC Love. We got OC Love.
I
in
like
the
Philly.
building.
You know what the weakness is for Philly? The only thing that I see is what I saw against my Lakers is like y'all blow leads and it's coaching, bro. It's your coach. If your
And
They
coach
do blow
don't
leads.
mess up,
They blow
and
leads.
And
They blow.
Embiid go fuck around, break his pinky or break his pinky toe or something. Some gonna end up happening to his fragile ass. Some gonna happen to him.
Yeah,
Fragile
that's the,
big motherfucker.
but that's what we saying
a
though. We
fragile
saying
big
that
motherfucker. He ain't that great. He can't win as a first option. You gonna have to bring somebody better than him for y'all to have a chance. Ain't nobody on the team better than him, so I don't
ain't
have no
nobody in the
faith.
league better. Ain't nobody in the
I
league
don't
better
have no
than him.
faith in him. Embiid is not the best player in the NBA. Not even
Who
top
is?
5. He's not
Who
even a
is?
top 5 player.
Who is?
He's not a top 5
Who
player.
is?
He's not.
Who's better than Embiid? Name 4 players better than Embiid. Name 5 players since he's not top 5.
Hey, I don't even like this guy. And this is Klein. I'm hard on him. Devin Booker better than him right now.
oh my goodness,
Jason Tatum better than him right now.
stop it.
Jokic better than him. Giannis better than him.
Donovan
Imagine.
Mitchell better than him.
Hey,
Imagine.
I take John Morant over that nigga.
Zion better than him.
Morant.
Hey,
John Morant.
So I
What
most
the
definitely
hell?
take Zion
Kevin
over that
Durant
nigga.
better than him.
Oh.
Steph Curry better than him.
Hey, time
Steph
out.
Curry, he's the best. It's Steph Curry, the number 1 guy. So Steph Curry better than that nigga right now.
Oh,
Man,
Stop
man.
it. Stop it.
That's
hold
7
on.
motherfuckers I just named, and I ain't getting deep in my bag. And I ain't even got deep in my bag yet.
What? There's nothing
Hey,
left
we
in
got
that
OC,
bag.
we
Throw
got
that
OC
bag
Love.
away.
Hold on. We got to call OC Love. What you got, man?
What's up, man? Salute everybody. Oh man,
Yeah, what's up, bro? Who's what you got on this topic, man? Jaylen Brown saying that him and Tatum are the best duo.
I guess they could make a claim to it. I can see that, but I don't know if I would stamp them that yet. They gotta do more in the playoffs that right there, but I don't know. They got a claim to it. I could agree with that.
I'm just gonna go out and come out the limb. This is my opinion, because I don't think I really said it. I think Tatum and Brown are playing the best, but they're not the best 2-wing duo. I think the best 2-wing duo is Kawhi and PG. I think once it gets down to the playoffs, once it gets down to everybody's clicking, I think they'll be the best 2-wing duo. They play again. They play tomorrow. The Celtics and the Clippers. I'm gonna be watching that game. I might do a stream after. I might do a stream after for everybody to come in. But I think Tatum, what I seen last night against the Warriors, bro, that right there shows me that he still got some flaws into his game mentally.
He's still in his head.
He's still in his head mentally, and I can't stamp you yet as the best duo if you mentally fragile, like you mentally weak like that. I can't do that. But I think they are playing the best out of anybody else. I will say that.
Yo, BJ, quick question: is Kawhi and PG playing for that game?
Yeah, they playing.
That's a must watch right there.
Yeah, they playing tomorrow. John Wall's off the back-to-back restrictions too.
Hey, but I'm gonna go out on the limb, BJ. I expect the Clippers will beat the Celtics by 8 points.
Yeah.
I'm going on the limb.
Hey, what makes you say that, Herm? What makes you say that?
Salute, Ms. Davis. Salute.
I put it like this: if Golden State gave goddamn Jayson Tatum problems, what the hell make you think that the Clippers not? They got multiple defenders they can throw at Jayson Tatum. Whether it's Terrence, man, whether it's Kawhi, whether it's PG, man, they can throw multiple guys at this boy. And I think the Clippers, they kind of been lollygagging because of the competition they played. But I think this the game right here, and they know it too. And I expect Ty Lue to put it in their ear too. That this is a game right here that we can make a statement. They've been talking about us because we lollygagging, that we've been bullshitting with these teams. They've been talking about we can't trust Kawhi and PG and all. They talk about we need to break the team up. This is a game right here they can make a statement. And I believe that Kawhi Leonard and PG go make a statement and they go dominate Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. I'm telling you this now, Clippers by 8. It might be by more than that, but I'm saying by 8.
And
Just to be really respectful.
Herm finally saying something that made sense on this panel. That's the first thing.
I mean, I've been making sense this whole time I've been on here so far. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I expect to see.
It's just you, Dominique, being delusional about Philly, man. You know, all Philly fans are delusional, but it's all good, man. You know, I'm used to that. So.
You know, like 90% of NBA fans hate Embiid, so it's not nothing new to me. It's like they hated Kobe too. I don't really get pressed about it.
Who hated Kobe?
Embiid is not Kobe.
Who hated Kobe?
I told you who Embiid is. He's
the
the
media,
modern day. He's the modern day.
The media hated Kobe.
No, the media and the fans hate Kobe.
No,
but
Embiid is not Kobe.
The fans
But look though, Dominique, I told you what Embiid is though. He's a modern day. He's a modern day Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing had all the tools. He had everything. But guess what? He couldn't get over the hump. He couldn't win. Well, at least Patrick Ewing made conference finals and the NBA finals a few times. Embiid ain't even done that though. But
Embiid is the modern day Patrick
Ewing.
Embiid is the modern day Hakeem.
Got all the tools, but his ass can't get it.
Modern day what?
Say that again. Embiid is the modern day.
Oh my God!
No, he don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
This game is similar to Patrick Ewing, bro.
I mean, let's be fair.
He is not no
Hakeem 10 years to get to the finals.
He is not no dream, man. Come on now.
Yeah, but Giannis ain't no Shaq. But you got to say Giannis is the modern day Shaq.
No, he ain't no Shaq.
It took Patrick.
I know he's not Shaq. I'm saying he's the modern Shaq. Shaq 2.0.
He ain't no modern Shaq either. He's the Greek freak.
Man, hey, Embiid comparison is Patrick Ewing, man. All you gotta do is
you're trying to diminish Embiid by saying a player back then that you know he had more skill set than and that he's better than. So you're saying Patrick Ewing?
Patrick Ewing actually a top 25 talent of all time. Easy. What you talking about? You act like that disrespectful comparing Embiid to Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing easily a top 10 center of all time, easily.
Yeah, that's not disrespectful. That is not disrespectful.
You need to do some homework, man, and watch the film on Patrick, man.
I know Patrick Ewing was nice and he had a nice mid-range game, but Embiid is a little different than Patrick Ewing.
How?
No, he's not. Not really.
A 3-point shot?
No, not necessarily just a 3-point shot, because if the three
Ewing actually had more in his bag than Embiid.
In the post, yes. That's for damn sure.
Better footwork. Actually had better ball handling skills than Embiid.
When I look at Embiid and his shot variations,
better passer too.
It's completely different than Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing is played more like a big man. Embiid plays a little bit like a wing.
Patrick was a better passer too.
Well, you ain't watched Patrick Ewing then.
Embiid is more so like a 7'3", 7 foot wing or whatever.
Small forward.
Small, yeah.
Broderick BJ, man. He must ain't watching enough film on Patrick, man.
Patrick was cold.
Yeah, Patrick
was
a threat.
And he was a big dog too. He just ran into a better dog.
He just couldn't fuck with Jordan, and Reggie Miller gave him a problem.
Right, this guy has Embiid pajamas on.
No, it's just y'all don't give the dude no credit. Like y'all act like he's a bum or he's like some scrub. But then every time y'all name a player that's better than him, when I watch them match up, he destroys that player.
Why, if he's so great, why he ain't been past the second round then? Can you answer that question?
Bro, that's a team That's the team accomplishment. That's not.
I don't want to hear that shit because when you that great, I seen it. And when I play ball, it's players that look at Carmelo Anthony when he was in Syracuse. Ain't no goddamn way Syracuse should have been a national championship team. But guess what? Melo was so goddamn great and so goddamn dominant. He made that team a goddamn champion because of his play, because of how dominant and how great he was. So it's a such thing as being a great player and making the team better than what they really should be. And Embiid hasn't done that for Philly yet. He had a big four.
Does he have time to still do it?
Hey, he had a real big four. Nigga had him, Jimmy Butler, Simmons, and Tobias. Their ass couldn't win shit with that.
He's acting like they lost to some bums or something like that. They lost to the champion.
They should have beat Toronto. They beat 100. Philly was better than Toronto.
Wait. If Embiid was a bum, then why should they have beat Toronto?
Should not have won that series.
They did have a better roster than
Let's
Toronto.
be real, man. Philly was a better basketball team. And
No,
guess
they
what?
wasn't. No, they wasn't.
They wasn't a better team, but they had a better roster.
They was. Philly was better from top to bottom. They were better top to bottom than Toronto. They just ain't had no nigga like Kawhi. They just didn't have no nigga like Kawhi.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
That's
the
it.
difference right there.
No, Kawhi. Yeah, exactly. They had the best player on the Sixers that year was not in his prime yet. They ran into a superstar who had championship experience in his prime on a team that was already been to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Not no damn star. He wasn't no damn star player being a championship guy. He was a role player when he won those championships. At the end of the day, Kawhi Leonard was outmatched, and he showed he had something that Embiid don't have. He showed the will to win. Embiid doesn't have the will to win games when it's close. When his team's struggling. He don't know. Toronto couldn't score the fucking ball, man. And Kawhi made shit happen in that series.
Hey, time out. Hey, Herm, Dominique, hold on. It's because Herm actually said something important. Kawhi's second best player was Kyle Lowry. And Kyle Lowry was known for choking and having bad playoff performances. Yep. And Kawhi came to that team, bro, and he led that team. He had something to prove. And he was already a top 5 player. But that Sixer team was projected to go to the finals. And this is my thing with Embiid. I'm going to be honest about this. I think Embiid could be the best player in the league. But the problem with him is that he lets people off the hook. Mm-hmm. He does not dominate the way he needs to dominate. And he has all the tools to do what he wants to do. But for whatever reason,
he got the tendency to take the easy way out.
He takes the easy way out. He's not. If he had Giannis's mentality, it would be a wrap. It would be over. It'll be over.
And BJ, I actually agree because to me, he is the most skilled center in the NBA. But he's like the intangibles that you need to be the man and to be the champion. And he doesn't have those, so therefore he gonna keep losing in the second round.
But I can respect that. I can respect that opinion because he hasn't proven it yet. So at the end of the day, I can respect that. But when you start going into saying he's a bum and he's not even a top 10 player and he's barely this, and that's where I'm like, I'm not with you on that.
He might not be top 10 since you brought that up. He might not be top 10.
Stop it.
He might not be top 10 when I think about it.
Don't do that, Herm. Don't do that.
No, y'all laughing at Herm. Y'all laughing at Herm.
He's not top 20. He's not top 20.
Y'all laughing at Herm, but it's actually medium members.
Hey, Bruce, let's be real. He might not be a top 10 player for real, though.
Herm, stop it.
I agree.
Bruce.
You don't agree with that.
Y'all laughing at Herm?
Check it out, though.
I'm actually being serious. He might not be top 10 for real, though.
Stop it, bro. If you name John Morant one more time, Herm, over Embiid, I'm about to lose it, Herm. Don't do it, Herm. Don't.
Man, I'm finna make you go off there. I'm finna make you go off. I'm finna name the 10 right now. Of course. The reigning Finals MVP, Steph Curry, better than him.
I don't think that. I don't think Steph Curry is better than Embiid.
Well, you would
for sure. It's because hold on. When Tim Duncan won the finals, well, I don't know. When Tim Duncan beat LeBron in the finals, was he the best player in the league?
Man, you want to bring up an old Tim Duncan, man?
No, I'm just saying because you think because Steph Curry.
You talk about 07. If you talk about 07,
no, not 07. No, not 07. I'm talking about what was that? 2014?
Yeah, 14.
Oh no.
Hey, Dominique, I'm gonna give you some advice. Hey, let Herm get to the ridiculous names. You know what I mean? Give him these names. Give him the first. Right. Let him get to 7, 8, 9, then start cooking them. You know what I mean?
All right, Steph Curry number 1, of course, because he the defending champion.
No,
Giannis is number 2. Giannis is number 2. Number 3 is Jokic. He's the 2-time reigning MVP.
So that's defense.
Man, I don't want to hear it. He played.
See what he do for his team.
He did more than less. He did more or less. So that's 3 right
He
there.
get picked on or whatever. All right.
Right, and then number 4, a guy that look like he's gonna get MVP this year, Jayson Tatum. He's better than Embiid, more successful.
Wow.
Number 5, a guy that put the top seeded Suns out their misery, Luka Doncic. He's better than Embiid. That's 5, and he had more success in the playoffs than Embiid. That's 5 right there. All right, number 6.
Jimmy Butler.
Hey, I'm gonna go. That's why I'm about to go. That's why I started laughing. Jimmy Butler, a guy that has played with Embiid, but since he left Embiid, been to 2 conference finals and been to an NBA finals, and he won when he got 5 guys on his roster are undrafted players, and he led them into the finals and the conference finals. That's 6 months. Kawhi Leonard. Even though he's been hurt.
Stop it, bro.
Even though he's been hurt, Kawhi Leonard had a historical run. He had a historical run.
Yeah, keep going.
2021, and Embiid ain't never come near that. So that's 7 motherfuckers right there.
Yo.
Number 8. I'm gonna choose this guy. Well, no, I ain't even gonna go there. I'm choosing number 8 is John Morant.
Oh, hell no.
Only reason John Morant.
Hey, Dom, yeah.
That's where you got to stop him right there, Dominic. That's where you got to stop him.
Only reason John Morant didn't advance further because he ran into the defending champs. He ran into the defending champs, and his impact for the Grizzlies is so great that he gave them the swagger, he gave them the attitude to feel like they the shit. Even though the Grizzlies is a mediocre team, he made them into a team that's contender, that's actually contenders. I'm gonna put over him right now, and he dominated him this year. Zion Williamson. That's another motherfucker I'm gonna put over him.
Right.
He's the key guy. He's the key
3 months. 3 months put him over Embiid.
He's the key guy that probably gonna get them into the NBA Finals this year, and they a real threat to go there. So has Zion is playing right now. He's down there top 3 in the MVP vote. He should be top 3. I don't know what these voters doing, but Zion should be mentioned in this MVP race right now. So that's 9 motherfuckers. And then, AD, I would, but shit, that he might be my 11 and 12. But the number 10 guy, and I probably left out some crucial motherfuckers. Cause I know I ain't thinking all the way straight. Hey, number 10, man. Number 10. Damn, what's a good one? Number 10, Devin Booker. Devin Booker, he's on the chair right now, having a great season. He actually, they got it between him and Tatum right now for MVP. Devin Booker been to the NBA Finals. He been to the NBA Finals. Devin Booker is considered the best shooting guard in today's era. In the game today, he is considered the best shooting guard. Now, unlike Embiid, it's an argument whether Embiid is the best center. It's not an argument for Devin Booker not being the best shooting guard in the NBA.
I think Mitchell's better than Booker, but that's just me.
I mean, hey, deep down, I feel that way too. But I can't argue that because Devin Booker, with the success that he got, I can't put Spider over him right now.
Come on,
Spider.
You gonna act like that was a rational, logical list, Herm? You acting like you use logic in that list, Herm?
There's two more. There's
still more. Anthony Davis, a champ.
Yes. There's Damian Lillard. There's Donovan Mitchell. Come on, man. Go.
Now you like Donovan Mitchell, Bruce.
I'll take him over Embiid. I'm
gonna tell you other guy. I'm gonna tell you another guy I put over him, Paul George. I seen Paul George with this guy. This guy Kawhi Leonard going down, and he still fucked around and whooped Utah ass, and then he made it a series against the Phoenix Suns without Kawhi Leonard. And really, if it wasn't for coaching and bad choices that the Clippers made in their series, they really should have made the NBA Finals without Paul George. I don't think Joel Embiid could have overcame that if one of his second guys get hurt. I don't think Joel.
Did we say KD? We didn't say KD, right? We didn't say KD.
I didn't even say
KD.
I've been hard on Kevin Durant, so that's why I really don't want to talk about KD because I might go off on him. I put Kyrie.
I put 14 players, man. You named 14 guys better than Hey, Dominique ready to lose his mind. What you got to say?
Y'all bugging.
Man, 80% of his list don't even play defense.
Yeah.
I don't never want to hear about Jokic being better than Embiid ever.
Embiid barely play
What you
defense.
call it?
How in the hell I'm gonna include Embiid? He barely play defense. What? Because he help out here and there and get a few balls.
I never seen.
He's not a great defender.
Hold on.
I never seen. You act like he's a great defender. Man,
you out your mind, bro. The Sixers are top 5 defense right now. Why you think that? Why you think that is? Because of James Harden? Because of James Harden?
Because Thibault, y'all best defender.
Man, Thibault don't even barely play no more.
He barely plays, bro.
Yeah, stop.
But that's y'all best defender, though.
It is
barely plays. So how has he made the defense better?
Hey, it ain't Embiid
but you know
making
what,
a better cut. Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth, Dominique. And I don't think you want to tell the truth. I don't think you want to touch on this. When Embiid or Harden them wasn't playing, the Sixers actually played better team ball without their stars than they did with their stars.
Who did they play?
Philly was playing hard. They was beating teams. They was in every game. Without their main guys, they was in every goddamn game. Embiid didn't have shit to do with that defense when Embiid wasn't playing. And Philly was playing without their stars. Philly played team ball.
How many games was that? Was that like 4 games?
I think Doc Rivers did a hell of a job coaching when his guys wasn't out
there. All right, Herb, I'm going to hit you with this. The Memphis Grizzlies last year played better when John Moran was not playing.
Hey, I can take that. Hey,
okay.
I'm the same fan. I'm the same Grizzlies fan that said that really, if it wasn't for Dylan Brooks dumbass and Jared Jackson dumbass in that game 6, we really would have took it 7 games against Golden State, and no telling if we would have won game 7. I think we would have beat them just due to the fact that Golden State, they would have been looking at, damn, we done blew a 3-1 lead before. Now we in this same shit again. We actually could have beat them. But, I say that for another day because we came back in that series due to Josh sitting out those few games. And we blew Golden State out by more than 40 without John Morant. So I'm not going to argue that. That's a fact. I can't argue that. That's a real shit. But don't get it twisted. We still need John to close our games. That was our close.
Man.
Closer.
We got about 10 minutes left of the show, man. We got our closing arguments, you know what I'm saying? So going around the panel, who's the best duo in the NBA? Best two-way duo, everybody. Start with OC Love. Who you got?
Right now, I'm gonna go with Boston. I'm gonna go with them right now. So that's who I'll go with right now. But I expect us to be there by the end of the season.
Okay. Dominique.
Man, I got 2 picks. I'm going with my finals pick. I'm going with Kawhi and PG, or if you want to go straight up duo, I'm going with Harden and Embiid.
Okay. Bruce.
Steph Curry and Draymond Green.
Huh?
What?
Wow.
Yeah, he's trolling right now.
He said Draymond Green, bro.
All right. Bubba, what you got, man?
Jayson and Jaylen.
Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
Young Africa. I know his answer is.
Yeah, you already know, man. It's Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And then if I had to pick the next 2, it would be Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, man.
Huh?
That's solid.
My man, Hearn, what you got, man? Who you got?
The best duo in the NBA is defending champs, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. But if I'm going off just the wings, it's Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George gave you a glimpse of that last night. In crucial moments of that game, how they came back, how they overcome a 10-0 start, and they still galvanized the troops and got the job done last night. So I'm going with Kawhi and PG, and they're going to make a statement against Boston. Mark my motherfucking words. They're going to make a statement to show y'all who the best duo is. I mean, Steph and Klay, I already showed you last night of how to do it. So, I mean, I expect Kawhi and PG to even do it better in a more dominant fashion than what Golden State did.
I agree. We're gonna wait tomorrow to see, because we're gonna have a live tomorrow after the show. So everybody come in here. But man, hey, appreciate y'all coming through the live, man. All love. It's been great. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Salute everybody.
Salute.
Love. Hit that like button. Hit that
BJ,
like button.
you predicting a win tomorrow for the Clippers against Boston? Predicting a win?
Yeah, we gonna handle them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, love, man. Peace.
Yo, LeBron the greatest, yo.
Yeah. All time. Le GOAT James.
Le GOAT.
Yeah, whatever.
Hell no.
And B Hakeem 2.0. I'm out.
But you know what though?
Okay.
Before you get out of here, I
Well,
think
you can't
Embiid
it.
and AD got the same problem, man. They take the
Who?
easy way out.
Who you talking about? Who? Say it again.
Embiid and AD, I think they got the same problem. They got all the talent in the world, but they like to take the easy way out.
Mm.
I agree with that. Actually,
Okay.
that's actually a good take. Yeah, that's about right.
Now I want to ask you when it comes to AD, do you think it's more of a him problem or like a coaching system problem? Like, do you think they should make AD the number one option with the Lakers?
Now on the Lakers, I think it's more of a coaching problem. But I've seen that traces back when AD was in New Orleans. I seen the same little traces. He liked to take the easy way out when it get crunch time. I seen those traces in New Orleans, but you know, if the blame is on the coaches, that's even better for him.
Okay.
Because he could, you know what I mean? He like Shaq and them like to rib him about, you know, he could call for the ball more. He don't do that often.
Now, but do you think that's because of LeBron's presence though? Because you know, wherever LeBron,
I do.
Okay.
That plays a big factor into it. Yeah, you're right about that.
Okay.
Facts. Man. All right, OC, we'll be back on tomorrow, bro.
All right, salute y'all.
Salute. Trini man, salute to you, brother. And also, Miss Davis, I saw you earlier. Salute to you as well.
Old man said who won last night?
Warriors.
Boston Golden State.
Yeah,
I think we all know the answer to that. But Rick, what's your thoughts about the closing arguments, man? So who I know you said earlier, but who do you have as the best wing duo right now in the NBA?
As of right now, currently, I'm gonna have to go with Golden State. I think Herm nailed it. I don't have to repeat it. Herm nailed it, and I jumped on the piggyback and basically just stated that from 2015 up till now, they have been relevant. You know, they just won a championship this year, so they've been relevant. They've been going to the finals, making long stretches. So to me, they're the best, right? But if we're looking at performance-wise, and I think you said it perfect at the beginning of the show, Tatum and Brown, they're doing good. They're performing pretty well. But if I got to give the best title, I have to roll with the Warriors. Now, of course, I want to see what the Clippers do, man, when they get going. You know, that's in the back of my mind. And then, you know, as a biased opinion, you already know I want to see the Greek Freak. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna go with the Warriors, man, because they've been proving themselves.
Facts. All right, man. So great show. Let's go and get up out of here, man. Give our social media. You got it, brother.
Hey, y'all already know who it is. It's your co-host that does it the most at Rick Masters 23 on Instagram. Rick Masters everywhere else. Yo, people. BJ got the shirt on, the red, the black, the white tanks, everything in between, hoodies, sweaters. Just hit us up in our DMs, man. Let us know what size it is, and man, we'll get that shipped out to you. Also, the Cash App ticker down there, $ BJ Matthews. If you want to contribute to the show with all the hard work that BJ puts into the show, go and contribute to the man. We're also affiliated with YouTube, so you can leave a name tag, cash tag, like Miss Tay showed you earlier with the 1999 and the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? She came through. We appreciate you, Lady Tay. But yes, hey, it's your boy Rick Masters. B Jizzle, back to you.
Like my boy said, man, you can get your shirts for $30 a pop, $35 for the sweaters, white, black, and red, all sizes, both genders, as well as like donate to the Pull Basketball Podcast. The Cash App right there in the Twitter ticket right there, $ BJ Matthews, or you guys can do it through the YouTube page, like Miss Tay did the 1999. We definitely appreciate y'all, man. That we all the hard work me and Rick put in, man, is coming to fruition, and we want to continue to grow this show, and it definitely be the biggest one on YouTube. Period.
Oaktown. Yeah, I'm about to answer his question, B. Jizzle.
Oaktown, hey, where do you get the shirts and hoodies from? So what I'll do, hit me, put your email inside my inside the comment section, bro, and I'll get you laced up, and I'll show you what we have, and I'll get one shipped out to you, whatever you want to do, whatever color, whatever you want, and we'll go from there. So just put your email into the chat or put it in the comment section. I'll hit you up in there, and we'll go from there. But that's all we got to say, man. Until next time, we respectfully say, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. Out of here like swim. Wow.